think. Yeah.
The choice is simple.
Yeah.
Gotta get that shot.
Money come in, yeah. It checking the mail, yeah. Spot need to be clean, yeah. Clean it up, hey. Got me checking the mail, yeah. Spot need to be clean, so I checked in the mail, yeah. Make me so you know that the price has been paid, yeah. Pay dirt got a dig deep, but it's got a slay, yeah. You got a word for this shit, cause we heard all this shit. Ain't got a word for this shit, gotta heard all this shit. Gotta dig deep, baby, when they heard in the beat. Yeah. Got a word for the shit. Yeah, say, ooh.
Finally up in the game, trucking like Edger and James. Niggas ain't playing, we finna eat everything. Leave no remains. I manifested a blessing for Mary and Jane. I'm
Gutter.
I just had to play this one.
Yo, has anyone got a lighter? I'm really trying to spark up after this fucking verse. After 27 takes. Bump rock like it's Pac, homie, it don't stop. Jam hot like it's not, hand me my marmalade. Sharp blade to the face, that's how the story played. Claim the track is weak, but I can see you bumped it anyway. This ain't your regular intro, this is the intro. Right now we get to the tape, dog, wait a momento. I know you waiting, but the food ain't good and fun to cook. So started doubting, but you know it's going in the books. Hey, I know you fucking with the shit. Hey, I know you fucking with the click.
What up? How's it going, guys? This is iPodcast episode 114. I am your host with my co-host, of course,
What's
Tony
happening, Omar?
Slumz.
Omar? Oh, yeah,
Nice.
stepped on
I
it,
know.
my
I
bad.
completely did it all weird.
I stepped on it, yeah.
It was all bad. No, it's all bad, man.
Coming up.
Yeah. We took a little break, man. Coming back, and I want to thank y'all for sticking around. I want to thank y'all for listening to us right now. Whatever time it is, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever it is that you're listening to us, man. And yeah, dude, this is a podcast bridging the conversation between consumer and creator. And there's been a lot of creating going on,
Right.
man.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So I think right off the rip, man, I want to shout out everybody who's been on the show, who released new music. The homie Malik,
Potential.
Louis V, Frank Carter, Money dropped that track with Youngmanners. So, I mean, for all y'all who came out, man, I really, really appreciate y'all still. As a fan, I appreciate y'all putting out music, man. It gives me something to, like, push.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a competitor, I just want to make better music than you, too, you know, so.
And
thank
we're
you.
listening, man. Yeah, because the music, we're talking about new music Monday, new music Friday before we turn on the mics. Talking about the people who drop music. Potential. The Potential song was, I really like that one, Potential, and
Petey Blink.
Petey Blink. Yeah, Petey Blink. I really like Petey Blink. Gray Area put me onto Petey Blink. And
Yeah.
I ran through Petey Blink when
Bars.
when I was at Transformers crib during one of the times I was kicking over there.
Nice.
And I was like, man, this people Petey Blink, I could tell he drops, you know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's good to hear Petey Blink on a good production.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because most of the times I heard Petey Blink is kind of like, you know, the production wasn't that well.
It's like he was
Yeah.
because I think he does a lot of sparring
Right.
where he'll just like work on music here and there, but I don't know. It's just sometimes as creators, sometimes we get in our own head and we don't want to finish a song because we fear that it's not good enough to finish. But
Right.
like, you should let you should let your full story come out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, I heard him on some of the tracks. I think with Transformer 2.
Yeah.
Which is dope too. Like he finds that weird
Right.
pocket that everyone else kind of.
But it really stood out on this. Evie production?
Yeah.
So the Evie production, like he made him stand out.
Yeah.
I heard like even when it comes in that, ooh, like you could tell like, oh shit, like that's
Yeah, man.
that's fire. You know what I mean? That's what I got out of it. I really enjoyed that track. And then your guys' track that you guys dropped, Ain't
Yeah,
Asking?
me and Manners Ain't Asking. Yeah, we dropped that one for the Payday series. That one just came out on the first, man. It's crazy. That song's been like, I've had that beat for at least like 4 or 5 years. That's you. All right, cool.
I heard this one last time too. I'm like, oh shit. I
Yeah.
figured it.
Oh man, and We don't got any guests today, man, so we're just gonna be chopping it up. Actually, hold on real quick.
Lighting was good. What you guys think?
Totally forgot to turn on the light.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
We're all messed up today,
It's
man.
that 114, you know what I mean? The 114 episode of 114.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, I was looking at 113. I'm like, man, I hope we don't get stuck at 113. You know what I mean?
We gotta
I was like,
push
nah.
through, man.
Yeah,
It's just but it's just sometimes when you take a little break, and I
Right.
think that's the for any of you artists out there who who are on a break right now and want to get back into making music. Don't overthink it. Those first 2 songs you do, they're not gonna be as great, but just keep pushing through, man.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike. You will get back into your bag with it and stuff like that, man.
Right, pushing through. Pushing through is the key. That's the, just fuck. You know what I mean? Just like Money said. You know what I mean? I keep bringing that up. I don't know if I recorded, but Money said, keep doing it. Keep doing it no matter what. Keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. Just keep pushing for it. Eventually, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna end up getting into a nice space where it becomes effortless to you again. You know what I mean? And just it's like any skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not constantly doing it, you do end up losing a little bit of it.
Right.
But you have it, so you're gonna be able to get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not the end of it. You still know all the muscle memories are there, all the muscles are there, so you still know how to get at it.
Yeah.
You just need to, do it.
The mic skills. It's the mic skills.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? It's the
yeah.
mic skills. You're entertaining. You know what I mean? You don't want dead air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
And
like
on
no
top-
awkwardness. You know what I mean?
and
They're
on
like
top of that, I mean, if you go back into writing or even
Right.
performing or
Right.
making beats,
comedians.
you
comedy.
end up finding different frequencies sometimes, man.
Right.
Like I try to take a break here and there just so I can clear my palate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little bit, but it is a bitch always coming back into it after a break. But I don't think I've ever taken a break longer than like a week, maybe 2 weeks.
From making beats and making music.
Making beats,
production.
making music,
Yeah.
and even because I do 3 things which I don't recommend. If I'm getting too cluttered in production, I'll start mixing.
Right.
If mixing starts sounding too muddy to me, I'll start writing. And if I can't think of things to write, I start making beats. So I'm always working on something. I'm just not working on that one thing, and it kind of keeps that. It keeps me moving forward, but it also keeps me fresh on all the other ones.
Yeah.
So it's just, you have to take that little break to kind of focus on the other things and stuff like that, man. And it could be something as simple as just focusing on your kid a little bit more than other times. you know
No
what I
doubt.
mean?
Yeah. So we're supposed to record on Sunday. I'm just like, I started looking at weekends like, I still want to record Sundays or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I was like, all right, I just finished working weekends. I want to kind of spend time with, the
Yeah,
little one and
man.
then, come back and
And
during
if
the
that's
week.
the case, I mean,
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
enjoy that little.
Yeah, but,
shit, you know
but
what
either
I
way, I'm still going to want to come back and do Sunday because, sometimes it gets hard during the week because I'm not in
Yeah.
town. It's a whole thing.
Handle
But shit, here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. As long as
Exactly.
we're fucking doing it and then taking the break, they're able to catch up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of content out there.
A whole lot.
You know what I mean? Which we
So
talk.
much
Yeah,
content. Yeah, you know what I mean? And there's so many ways to expand on your own personal content as well, too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I think we were talking about it earlier, man. We were talking about how you'll hit a point where you don't know what's next.
Yep.
And I think acknowledging that is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't, you might be in your head that, oh, it's just going to come. It's just going to come. Like, we're just, like, eventually someone's going to come and they're going to make everything easy for us.
Right.
But that's not the way shit works. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be easy for you.
Not nowadays. I think you have to put in the work,
Yeah.
which we are. When
And
we
you
have
want to.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you should want
Yeah.
to put in the work too, because it's like, oh yeah, you're learning from it more and more and more and more. So no one's losing by you putting in the work. You're just
Right.
putting in the work.
I mean, it goes back to the label mentality. We were looking for a label. I was looking for a label, iHeartRadio. I was looking,
Yeah.
so they can get guidance. So they can help me like,
That's
hey.
what you need. You
yeah.
want guidance. You want a mentor.
Right.
You want someone who's gonna mentor you without feeling like they're gonna hold it over your head. Oh, you're good. You're good. I know. I really need to get it. That's gonna be the first.
You're on the podcast. You're on the show.
I know.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the thing that happens is that you,
Guidance.
guidance. Yeah,
iHeart,
you want
that's what we want,
mentors,
yeah.
and it's as a mentor to other people, it is kind of hard to do that.
Yeah.
That in itself is a skill.
Right.
Taking someone under your wing
Right.
and knowing that they're not gonna want to do it exactly the way you're telling it.
Okay.
Like you have to accept the fact that we're all our own beings. So it could be, look, you do A, B, C, D, but that person might be like, nah, fuck that. I want to go C, B, A, D. And it's like, why? And it's like, that's just the path that makes more sense to them.
Right.
As a mentor, you have to take that step back and be like, all right, cool. Let me get you to C before, and I know what A and B is perfectly, so I'll wait. I'll wait until you need me again, but I'm just gonna look over your shoulder, and you might end up learning something. You might end up that damn, like that path is a little bit more strugglesome, but you also learn a little bit more.
Right.
Like as a mentor, it doesn't just mean I'm your teacher. It means I'm here to mentor you. We're here to have a conversation.
No doubt.
I know a little bit more than you or a lot more than you, but that doesn't mean I'm better than you.
Yeah, or that path is going to work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
You know
that
what I
path
mean?
might not work for others. It might work for you, but not for others.
Exactly. And I think that was always the issue with like the Eminem debacle.
Right.
Like with the whole slaughterhouse and a lot of stuff.
I'm thinking Megan Thee Stallion, the whole thing that's going on right now. I think
What's up?
She signed a 1501 contract. You know, she signed a contract with when she first got signed up, and then she got signed out to Rock. And now she's trying to get off the other contract.
Oh.
And then so she's on the Rock Nation, and then the Rock Nation is like, hey, do you see what's on your contract? I think it was 1501, the company she signed on to.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, you can't release any music or whatever. And now the Rock Nation is trying to
break it.
Yeah.
But that person's gonna tax because
Yeah.
she's already a multi-million-dollar
Sign a contract.
artist. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we need multi-million-dollars because you're taking away our cash cow.
and want that bread. they want the bread, right? Because she
Of
blew
course.
up.
Of course.
Yeah, so that makes
Because
me
there's
think
still
of
a
that.
finder's fee.
Yeah.
Like it's still a finder's fee. It's like, look, I found her before y'all,
Right.
and I signed her before y'all. And that Meg could even turn around and be like, yeah, but you guys didn't put it, because you don't need a lot of people anymore.
Right.
So it could be that Megan Thee Stallion didn't use them for any production, didn't use them for any engineering, didn't use them for any promo because she just used Instagram and Twitter, and she had like 5 friends who were really good at that. So she literally didn't use the label for anything except maybe distribution.
Right. Which is what we want. Which we needed. I think she needed
She needed
15 for
distribution at the
to
time.
get more eyes, right?
Yeah, she probably needed distribution
Right.
at the time because DistroKid wasn't a real thing yet. Or even if DistroKid was a real thing, is you can only do so much
As an independent contractor.
as an independent
You know,
contractor.
as a- what do you call that?
Exactly.
As a not on a label.
Independent.
Independent. Yeah,
Just
independent rocker.
independent,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And you could, people have done it. You can do it without a label the whole way. But depending on what your end goal is, if you're looking to be top 40, if you're looking to be a household name, if you want to have the connection to go on Ellen DeGeneres, if you want to get
Late night shows.
if you want to do all of that stuff, you're gonna eventually need a label.
Right.
To
Backing.
You're gonna need that one dude who's in the back who happens to be Jimmy Fallon's cousin and is just and happens to be working at NBC and
On the inside.
has a
Yeah, on the inside.
You're gonna need them to kind of pull some strings to put you on there. Like the shit blows my mind is I don't know how Griselda was on Jimmy Fallon.
I think that has to do with the label as well.
Shady.
Shady with Paul Rosenberg, right? You know Paul Rosenberg, or I don't think he's out. Actually, he's over there. And and
He was with Def Jam.
Yeah, he's leaving Def Jam too.
He's
though.
leaving Def Jam, yeah.
I love the label independent talk this shit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're monsters.
It's crazy, dude.
You know what I mean?
But there is a fear, like you could tell there's a fear heavy in what's going on because you really don't need a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Because we
Like-
own this shit.
Yeah.
You own this. We own this. By the time we sign to a record label, we sign to somebody, they get a cut or they,
Yeah.
some shit,
that's,
right?
And that's where like, fuck, yo, apologize, man. I have allergies
That's
like
all right, I'm
crazy. I'm not fucking.
I didn't even notice it,
I don't
you know.
got the fucking coke snort or nothing
Yeah,
like that.
but
It's
they
just
probably
allergies.
notice. These fools.
Yeah, like and this is I kind of akin it to when I was in the military.
Right.
Like if you know what you're gonna get out of it, if you're going into it with not a plan but a goal or an idea,
Right.
what am I gonna use you for? Because you know they're gonna fuck you. It's without a doubt. Like that is. And people be like, oh, that it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Like there should be a better way of doing it. But the current status quo is the label will win.
Yeah.
What depends then at that point is what are you going to get out of them before they win? What do you want out of them? What do you really want? So that's something I've been in my head a lot the most recently, probably since the beginning of the new year, is what do I want?
Right. What
You
do
know
we,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because
Well, like the next step. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna?
Yeah.
You know, I think every artist thinks
even
that.
for this,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now, like
exactly.
what
Exactly.
about this? Aside from it being exciting and it being fun and it being our therapy,
Right.
because just having a conversation, having a venue to have a conversation,
healthy
with,
as fuck.
with artists that are like,
To
yeah,
talk. It's
you know what I
talk.
mean, like to have a guided conversation about music, about this thing that we do with nothing but our soul and our heart, and to put a little bit of logic in it, and to literally like take a step back and talk about it is in itself worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's worth it. Like,
I agree.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Because we care
I'm
about
happy
it.
with this thing as it is. I'm
Right.
happy with this because when you started this, all you wanted was a legacy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You always like, and it's. I think we forget that shit when you get more and more into it. That when I first, all I ever wanted, and you'll ask any artist from my era at least,
Yeah.
yo, what do you want? I want people, especially like artists. Not, I'm not talking about top 40 wanting the bling bling, none of that stuff, wanting the money. The people who did it because they love this. I just want people to hear what I have to say.
Yeah.
That's it. I want people to hear what I have to say. I want them to understand that it's coming from a true place. And I want to be able to relate with people that I've never met.
Yeah.
Like, you want to leave a legacy.
Yeah.
So if the end goal is to leave a legacy, we are putting 114 episodes out. We're already at 114 episodes. You're at 114 episodes. Right. You know what I mean? You have stayed consistent more than most people, especially out here in the area where we're at. So just locally, you've been more consistent than most people. So your legacy is already there.
Right.
And it's on social media, and as everyone knows, the internet, nothing ever leaves the internet.
It doesn't, no.
That shit is on there for life.
Yeah.
So people can go back and listen to it. Like, I remember seeing a few posts back. People are like, "Oh, I'm catching up on all the I ate," and I'm like, "What?
That's wild, right?
That's wild."
Yeah, because it's out there.
So that's success.
Right.
You can't not say it's not success. Like, it is. That's what we want. You know what I mean? So why do we have to shit on something as valuable and as beautiful as being heard,
Right.
being seen, and being able to be seen and heard? Right. That alone is success.
Right.
So once you have that success, and you have to really take the time to appreciate it.
Yeah, because if we didn't start this, we wouldn't want to be heard. We want to be
Exactly,
heard.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if it was for the money, you would do something else.
Right.
Because there's hardly any money in this.
Zip.
You know what I mean? So, and it's the same way for music.
Yeah.
Like as a producer, like, I remember I hated putting beats out for free, right?
Right.
And then I was like, fuck, man. All I want is for people to rap on my beats. Like, that's all I ever wanted. Like, I remember playing beats for my own friends and them not rapping on it, man. And like, oh no, let's go to another one. Let's go to another one. Let's go to another one. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
Now, this past year, I had 88 free downloads on my BeatStars. That means people downloaded 88 beats for free. They didn't pay me nothing at all. A part of me, the first thought I had was, I need to get rid of my free downloads.
Right.
People are downloading my beats for free. They're not even paying for them. They're probably rapping on them. I got mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, why can't they just pay me? Like, that's $80, even if they get the MP3 lease. You know what I mean? And at MP3, the MP3 lease comes out to like what? That's $20, 80, 1,600 bucks. Like, if all of those people had paid me $20 for the MP3 lease, I'd have $1,000 in my pocket. Like, why can't they just give me that?
Right.
You know, which is ego.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yo, motherfucker, you wanted
in the
people.
work.
You want to be
Put
heard.
it in the work. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you want to be heard. Like,
Right, yeah.
I literally had to listen to like 20-year-old me tell me, you a bitch. Like, you
Yeah.
complaining about people downloading your beats. Oh, that's a complaint. 80 people who you don't even know downloaded your beats, and you're complaining about that.
Not seeing the realistic thing, like,
Not
yo.
seeing the fact that
88
80 people
people,
downloaded my
88
beats,
eyes,
bro.
88
like,
eyes,
80
yeah,
people
ears.
downloaded my beats,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
still downloading them
Yeah,
right now.
which is good. So it's a positive.
Yeah.
That's a fucking positive.
Bro, there's people
Yeah, yeah.
who I don't know, who I've never met, who are listening to my beats.
Right.
with their friends, and I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
But they're feeling me. They feel me enough to click that download button,
Hell yeah.
and maybe, hopefully, they'll buy it. But
Right.
that's not the the end game. The end game is a legacy. The end game is being heard.
Right.
Like, as an artist,
Like, yo, have you heard Tony Slumz beats?
Yes.
You know, Tony Slumz, like, it's the beats. You know,
as an artist, we should.
I hear you.
We should want to be heard.
No
man.
doubt.
And
Why hate on that? Well, don't hate on somebody that wants to be heard.
I think,
You know?
well, we do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why exactly? Why do
and
we?
it's just like, why exactly?
Yeah.
Why? Why
Yeah.
the fuck is it a problem?
I think because they can't do it. Whoever hates on it can't do it. I think, you know, or they just, you know, like, do your own thing.
They see the monetary gain of it.
Right.
They see what I saw.
Right.
Well, it could have been $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, it could have been,
Right.
but it's probably more than that now.
Right.
It'll probably become more than that.
Mm.
If I have 80 beats that are worth downloading for free, then that means I also have 80 beats that should be worth paying for. I may not get them today, but I'll probably get them tomorrow. And if I don't get them tomorrow, who cares, man?
Yeah.
There's people out there hearing my shit.
Right.
And that's what I did it for in the beginning.
And the creation's not going to stop. You know what I mean? You're going to keep knocking out beats.
Yeah.
You're going to keep
well,
knocking out beats.
That's the thing. Like, I was talking with my boys, like, oh, yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that. And, you know, and he was like, man, I just hope you don't quit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I wish I could quit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand. This is a disease to me, man. Like, you don't, like,
Easy to give the gloves.
I would
Hang up the
love,
gloves. Oh, no.
I would love to just hang it up.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is a drug.
Mm-hmm.
This is my therapy. I don't like doing this. I need to do this.
It feels good when people listen, right? Like, that's the drug. I mean, the drug is that it feels good when people listen.
We had a show last weekend, me and Manners.
Yeah.
Shout out to Verde and Amandi MC, man. You guys fucking got down, man. But the community that was there, like, if there was one thing I felt from them was just unrequited, like, just love, man.
As an out-of-towner?
Just love, yeah.
Yeah.
San Diego. It was my first San Diego show,
Right,
man. So
right.
of course I'm going in there with like like fuck, they're not gonna like my shit.
Right. You have to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to do a beat set, and I was doing the beats for Manner set. Bro, got down.
Reaction? Good reaction? You know what I mean? That's the truth. Reaction is good.
Dude,
like, you know?
nothing's
Like, hell yeah.
better than
That's dope.
looking down than looking up and seeing more people than were there when you look down.
Just rocking with you.
Just people just, I'm like,
Head
all right,
nodding.
cool. What you going to
Yeah,
focus?
yeah.
Look up. Oh, shit, more people are here.
Right.
Look down, look up. Oh, shit, more people are here. And like the way Manners was performing, like he was like at a level where it was just like almost effortless to him, man.
That's just like the hometown.
Yeah,
Like,
had the
honestly.
whole people right there. Like they was feeling it. Like there was this dude, Dago Fats, man. This dude was just a problem.
Right.
Like he was walking in the crowd just like, there was a lot of superstars there, man, and again, it's one of those things where you know they put in the time, you know they're putting in the work. I just hope that they remember that we do this shit because we love it.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And it's really hard. It's really easy to forget that, especially when you'll see someone else doing it for like a moment or a viral or something like, you know,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
corny, and they're getting all this praise, and
No, he doesn't really believe in it, or they don't believe in it.
or
Yeah.
it doesn't, and that's the thing. You can't even say that he doesn't. I don't know if he does or doesn't. Like, I don't know if she does or doesn't. Like,
Right.
I don't know this person, but it sure as fuck looks like they're in it for
A cash
what
grab.
I would never be in it for.
Right.
And then when I get mad, when you get mad at that, when I get mad at that, I'm like, I hate myself because I'm like, the fuck, dude? Like, that's not what you're in it for. Like, you're really comparing yourself to someone. Like, you can't be mad at someone for doing what they want to do and doing it for what they love if you're not doing it the same way. Because if someone loves money and they're doing it to make money and they're making money, damn, they're doing what they love and doing what they want. I don't do it for that.
Right.
Money is and should always be a tool for me. I'm doing it because I love to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
I hear.
I'm still not working
Yeah.
and I'm still doing this.
Yeah. We're still doing this.
So-
We're still doing it. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Others are, I hear what you're saying about that. Some other people are not even like, I
And
don't
then
know,
even with
praise.
this,
The praise. Yeah, yeah.
even with this right now, we
Yeah.
started doing the weeklies December.
Right.
How do you feel about it?
I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, because I was back to feeling good, but it's like I'm stuck. Not stuck, but like I don't know. I feel good. We're gonna. I don't want. Like I said, I'm going day by day, week by week. You know, what I mean, I told you Youngmanners before. We drop it, and I said I don't pay mind to it, but I do pay mind to it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do next. This is
You
what I
have
have to do
to.
next. Yeah, exactly. It's my
have
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to. You know what I mean? But I feel great about it.
But what's your what is, and again, how we're talking about
Yeah.
it is you have to know what you're getting out of it, what
Right.
you want to get out of it.
I mean, it's all about the message, man.
Where do you see your success?
When I first started this shit, it was the message, getting the word out there. I want to be heard to myself and getting the message out there, getting a message from myself and you guys as an artist and all the other artists. That's what I see. And the end game was just get the message out there, and then, man, shit, make it, man. I don't know what make it means, but you know what I mean.
You have to.
Yeah, but whatever it
you
is,
have
like
to take the time to figure out
Yeah.
what does it mean.
right.
What does it mean?
I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate the artists have, passed by, gone through, and when they pass by, gone through, I'm like, okay, what can I do next?
Yeah.
You know, I told you before, what can I do next? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, I'm in the same game as you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what can we do?
yeah.
You know?
Where is the next level?
Right.
Where is the next step? All
Right.
right. Where are we're doing ... Okay. Are we? If you do only this for a year, are you happy?
Right.
Are
I've
you?
been doing this shit for fucking how many years I've been doing it. I'm letting it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not letting it go, but I'm
But this
I'm
is
happy.
different than all the other years.
No doubt.
You
This
also
is one
know
of
this.
one of the best seasons I've.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're doing this season at the level that it's at the message that we're doing it, are you happy continuing this for 365 days?
A whole year.
Yeah.
I'm content with it because I
That's
know.
not happy.
Yeah.
That's content.
That's content,
So
yeah,
what's
yeah.
happy?
Right.
Like what? And this is where you start finding out what you want. Like
Right.
what the. So what would make you happy?
It goes back to the label thing, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a label, record labels. Like, I want, I really want a company to fucking get us to notice
Okay,
us.
so
to
you
notice
want
us.
the recognition from a corporate partner.
Yeah, because a long time, this monetization. It
Yeah.
goes back to what Money said and how come we're
Okay.
not monetizing this shit. And then that's what I'm thinking about too.
Gotcha.
Because I want to give back to you, give back to the people who have worked in the back end. Not for me, because fuck that, with us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Who's worked with us? Try
Yeah.
to create this and bring them up.
Yeah.
Bring up you guys and everybody who has passed through the podcast.
So you're looking.
That's being
for-
real. That's coming from my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm talking real.
Yeah. So the happy place would be doing this for a year, but also living off of it
Yeah, grabbing it and like taking it.
and being able to
Yeah.
be like, hey, I have, not to say a paycheck, but I got paid for this
Yeah,
for what I'm owed.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Putting in the game.
yeah.
And I started walking the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I was asking myself, are we in the game? I'm thinking about us and shit. We're in the game. Like, I've been in the game for fucking
Yeah.
since however I've been doing this. And so I was like, we're in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're making beats, if you're an artist, if you're doing whatever you're doing, the podcast, if you're in the entertainment industry, you're in the game.
As soon as you go outside of your bubble, as soon as you expand and you put yourself in a position where people can judge you and don't know you and don't care about you, don't give a fuck about your feelings, who will look at you while you play a beat and be like, the fuck is this garbage?
Or look at this podcast.
Look at this podcast and be
Yeah.
like, what are you guys really doing?
Yeah.
Like you start reaching out to artists or people who will literally say, you're not worth my time.
Right.
To me, that's when it becomes the real game.
Okay.
Because if you're only doing it with the circle of friends and the group of people who are always gonna big up you, always gonna fucking
Right.
pat you on the back, always gonna be like, oh, fucking hot fire, fuego, nah.
Right.
Then you're just circle jerking. You're just. It might as well be a poker night with your homies.
Right.
You're not going.
And that's the difference between living in the city and the town. And so I tried to explain to last time is living, well, you've been around,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So you know. But I don't know, the people who don't know, being a difference in the town and sitting in the town is at the city, they don't know who you are. So when I go to the city,
Unless you live in the city.
yeah, exactly. So when I go to, iHeart, KPBS, to the city, trying to push the podcast, some people will shit on you because they don't know who they are. You know, they
Exactly.
don't know who you are.
And that's why you have to make sure that at the very beginning, you let them know who you are.
oh yeah,
Like
I come in like
I was talking to
I
a
get the
homie.
respect.
I
from
was
them.
talking to a homie the other day, man. We were talking about building an agency
Right.
and he wants to grow his shit. And one of the things he kept saying was, I want to get a team. I want to get a team. I want to do this. I want to do that. And that's not the first step.
Right,
The first step is doing it without a team.
right,
Because eventually what ends up happening, the team will find you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to make it so that we have to make it so that when you go to show KPBS or iHeart,
The reason I said I say iHeart KBS because I've been there.
You've been through.
Yeah,
You've
that's
been
why I
through the
dropped those
ringer.
two names
Yeah.
because
You've been
I
through the
talked
ringer
to
with
corporate
them.
people in those buildings. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It goes back to corporate, and I have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I've sold them the show, which was fun.
Yeah.
And I get smiled because that's fun.
Yeah.
You know, talking to head guys, talking to people who don't know about the streets,
Yeah.
which is true. The truth, people who don't know about the head guys who don't know about the culture.
No.
You know, Button talks about it all the time.
All they
man.
want to
You know,
talk.
talk about-
All they
yeah.
want to know is how can I monetize it.
Right.
So you have to break it down in a
Right.
way where it's again, you have to know your audience.
Yeah.
Any stand-up comedian, any MC will always start off with saying you got to know your audience. If you're
Right.
going in there to a corporate suit and being like, "This is how it feels," they'll be like, "Give a fuck about
Right.
feeling." Have you
Right.
heard Baby Shark? Ain't nothing feeling in that shit. Like, no.
Yeah. Right.
You want to know how I feel? I want to buy a new house.
See, and
tomorrow.
I've heard it say it's Tuesday. You know, fuck politics, but today's the primary shit. You know what I mean? Like for the people vote, whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, today is Tuesday, whatever. But that's in the KPBS. This is where politics get involved. You know what I mean? So KPBS is very left wing or whatever,
Yeah.
and they loved it.
Liberal.
They have liberals. Like, they loved fucking. They loved being at border, being about culture.
Yeah.
They love that shit. You know what I mean? Buying. I worked iHeartRadio, but I also worked for the station called Kogo, whatever. I don't want you know what I mean, which is very right wing.
okay.
They're very right wing. You know what I mean? It was iHeart owns mad radio stations, so I was working for this fucking right wing station. You know what I mean?
Oh damn.
Yeah, and so I don't think I was in the right place either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very right wing. It was very
has to be
pro-Trump.
something-
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I tried pushing it to that station. And there's
why?
a lot of exactly. So there's a lot of like higher ups in iHeartRadio. You know, I was talking to my my manager. Say I got this podcast, but they don't give a fuck because that's not their intention. You know what I mean?
No.
So that's what I got out of it. And then what I got out of it was experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
The only way
Politics.
you can. The only
Fuck
way you
politics.
can. Yeah. The only way you can probably push this one at that station is,
Jamming 95.7. You know, at a different. I think
like you would have to tailor it as.
I think jamming like a hip hop station.
Yeah.
You know, a hip hop station. You know what we're doing now at least, or if I'm doing rock, whatever season.
Yeah.
You know, a hip hop station. You know what I mean, because that's my end game. My end game was trying to get on Jamming 95 to be on the air and stuff, whatever. Even though I'm not good, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking play some fucking music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you guys on the local artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the end
But
game.
that's the
you know?
thing. Like you and that's
I'm
even,
just talking about-
and that's even a old system. Like
Yeah, exactly. Well,
yeah,
what we talked
you can
about
do it.
before,
You can do an online radio now.
What we're doing now.
Podcasting. Yeah, we can play fucking. I can literally go. All right. I'm gonna play. Fucking. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
just literally just hit play on whatever music I want and shit, and just be like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So fuck
it
the
is-
radio station.
yeah.
Come to us.
I'll fucking play right now. I'll play
Yeah.
fucking some. There, just go straight into like. From here, we just go straight into, you know what I mean? So fucking killers, like,
Yep.
I think I give a fuck.
That's where
Or
we're
let's
at.
go, or let's go straight.
Label meaning radio station. I want to get at it.
That'd
that's
be
for my
your,
thing,
yeah, for
for
you
my
to be
thing,
the
yeah.
radio station.
So now I'm like, fuck that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Fuck that. We're here now.
Now the new one would be you want to get on a channel.
Right.
You
Or
wanna
build
get-
a network.
Yeah, you want to
Or
get
build a
on a
network.
network because there's so many on demand now.
Yeah.
and podcasting is all on demand and stuff like that. Like they, for any major series now,
Right.
they have a podcast. Let's sit and talk about what we just watched.
Yeah. Transcribed.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
it's
mean?
like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Yeah.
like Walking Dead. They have the Walking Dead podcast. They have the Watchmen podcast. They're talking about doing a Scrubs rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
Like, so you want to be able at that point. You want to get into like an area where, oh, if we're gonna do a podcast, we're always gonna use Omar. He knows how to formulate this and formulate the conversations of
Right.
it and stuff like that. Like even me with myself, I don't want a label anymore.
Yeah.
I just want a decent enough distribution deal. Rock Nation is really good for that because Rock Nation isn't really a label.
Right.
They manage people,
Right.
so they get you to where you need to be.
while still keeping your shit, still keeping up your stuff.
Like Griselda
you know what
signed to Rock Nation and Shady at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which is dope.
Which is dope
Yeah.
because they're getting the best of both worlds. And on top of that, they're fucking doing it right. They're milking the shit out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I feel like this independent stuff has been going on since back in the day, since the rock days. The come up, the bands need to go on tour, need to sell merch until fucking Roadrunner Records comes picks them up.
Yep.
Or you know what I mean?
Or back even with the Ruckus up in New York, and
Yeah.
shit like that, man. You had all that shit.
Well, that's what they started, and then Jay-Z and them started like brands and like Rockefeller because the label
had
wasn't
to.
giving any money.
You had to.
So this is the same thing we're doing, man.
Exactly. So at this point, because we're being forced to do our things ourselves, what again is the end result?
Yeah.
What do we want out of it? And at what point do you look at yourself and be like, "Yo, we need to bring in a third person who loves," and this is gonna sound bad, who loves money as much as I love this,
Right.
because
Right.
that's
That doesn't sound bad.
and it's because that's the reality of it is, man. It's like that's like, hey, yo, I need you to do what I don't know how to do because I don't care about that much. I know it's struggling. I know it's a part of life. I know it's something that I need. I know it's a part of my struggle, but I just don't know how to attain it because I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really don't like money.
Right.
It's a fucking evil to me
Right.
and shit like that. So I need you to treat it like the tool that it is, and I need you to go get it for
Go
me.
talk to somebody. for
Yeah, go
us.
get it for me,
Yeah.
and you get your 10% retainer off of the work that I did,
Yeah.
and you pay yourself.
Because some people are better than talking to others than others. Some people can sell
course.
this shit. Some people can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I came across Melanie. She used to work, contribute to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
She used to be really good at talking to people, and I loved having her on around the podcast because she would talk to people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's badass. You know what I mean? And then I don't know, whatever happened.
Life.
But that's exactly.
Like, if
that's what we need is, like, people
that's the thing,
around you, yeah.
And a lot of times it's just sitting down and saying, "Hey, I don't want to do this like this forever.
Yeah, yeah.
It needs
Which
to
I
get
agree.
better.
I agree,
So
yeah.
what are we gonna do to get better? Or not even what are we gonna do to get better is what is better.
Mm-hmm.
Because if just by saying, "Hey, I really want to be able to get 2 extra lights and 3 extra cameras by the summer,"
Right.
you know what I mean? And I want to get some high-end microphones.
Right.
All right, so that's alone going to cost like maybe 2 racks.
Invest in a new program to edit.
Exactly.
To edit.
New editing programs and stuff like
Right.
that. Okay, cool. We have to get that.
Mm-hmm.
So if we know we have to get that, all right, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Even just saying it out loud, your mind will eventually start looking for the connecting pieces as the day-to-day goes.
And it goes back to the list we were talking about before the mics were turned on. The list.
Yeah.
That's what he wants on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants
I hear you,
he
okay.
wants your goals
Yeah.
because by simply writing it down, you'll eventually start doing things without thinking for your goals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, like I can have a conversation with a person I barely met, and I'll slowly steer it towards like, oh, you got some light equipment you're not using?
Pass it on,
Dude,
bro.
hey.
Yeah.
It's taking up a lot of space in your car, huh? Hey,
Right.
just give it to me.
Yeah.
I'll hold it for you. Like, oh, just let me know when you need it back, and I'll give it back to you.
Right.
At that point, it's not. I didn't take it. I don't have it.
Right.
But I'm using it.
Yeah.
I use it fully, and then if that person hits me up and like, hey, yo, I need that shit back. Cool, man. I was just holding it for you either way. Take it back. I saw the level of how great it was.
Yeah.
Now I need it.
Ah.
Now I need it.
Now you
Now I
wanna go
need to
buy
have this. Now I have to go buy it.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense for me to buy
Yeah.
it. That's why I bought that little small one.
Yeah.
Because I borrowed one from my homie. I used it, and I'm like, I don't want to go back.
Was it
to
like a
that
Target
anymore.
or what do you came those? Or
Yeah, Best Buy.
a Best Buy? Okay, yeah. Fuck
20,
yeah.
30 bucks.
No, Deslite? Yeah.
Mhm. 20, 30 bucks. I always thought I was like, it makes no sense for me to have one until I used one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it makes no sense to not have
Right.
one.
It just brightens up the experience.
Exactly.
For the
man.
viewer, the
and
eyes.
again, if you're always, as long as you're keeping a mentality of like, this is the stuff I need, this is the stuff I need. Oh, dang, they're talking about the KKK and fucking V.
Right wings.
Yeah, man. It's just wild,
What is
man.
this?
It's Ugly Delicious.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
In the Vietnamese, I think they landed in Houston. A lot of people ended up moving over, and they were getting integrated into the fabric of America and stuff like that. And of course, KKK don't like people integrating into
an
the fabric
organization.
of America. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were like basically like trying to throw them off and stuff like that, man. And
politics.
And fuck politics, man. Business.
Business, right? Yeah.
The radios don't want people integrated so easily.
Right.
So they're pushing away at it.
Old
They're
school
constantly
mentality.
it's always the old school mentality,
Yeah.
man. It's the fear of being left out.
Yeah.
It's the fear of being left out. There's so many there's so many producers that I used to know that used to hate on a sound they couldn't create because they hated on a sound they couldn't create because it was like, damn, it was that fear of being left out. Or they didn't like the new programs because it was so easy to make beats. And they knew it was so easy to make beats that they're like, well, they're not going to need me anymore.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, make yourself useful.
Right.
Like,
Get with the
not
program.
if they're like I make beats and I saw how easy it was to make beats. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let me learn how to mix. Let me get my ears tuned to engineering so that even producers need me.
Right.
Because it's so easy to make beats now that people aren't learning how to mix.
Right.
So
They're forgetting about it.
exactly.
This is
So
another art and craft, yeah.
I ended up getting a second client off of producers
Right.
by learning how to engineer. Whereas if I was just a producer, I would only have the rappers. That'd be my only clients. Because that's the only one. But because I started engineering and started learning how to do it, now I'm double dipping on my clients. I have producers who use me, and I have rappers who produce me.
Right. Just keep putting your game wherever it fits. We put where it fits.
It's just accepting the fact that shit changes and changing along with it.
Yeah. Getting
You
with
know
the
what I mean?
times.
Engineering's starting to get a lot easier, but I've learned how to talk, so this is another.
Here we are.
This
Yeah.
is another venue.
Right.
Podcasting is now getting raised to a point where people listen to podcasts more than they listen to the radio.
It blew up.
It blew
It
up.
blew up.
And no one's still getting paid off of streaming.
No. Same thing.
So
Yeah, we
okay,
know.
so that means that this boom will eventually blow up.
Blow. It's
There's
early.
gonna be some back pay.
It's early, bro.
Yeah.
It is early. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought 2014, I was early. 13, I was super early. Early. Whatever. But this time, I think it's still early. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
still-
it's coming to a head.
Right.
There's
right.
too many people who are doing it who are at a level.
We gotta get it now.
Yeah, there are too many people who are doing it where they're at a level where they're not gonna do it for free.
Right.
You have Conan starting to do it. You have
Yeah. Well, see, when
Ron
they started, I got
Burgundy.
pissed when I told you.
You got Ron, but
Yeah.
and here's the thing: as much as you're gonna get
Meals.
mad, you
Meals.
also need those
Yeah.
because the only place trickle down economics works is in those type of areas because those guys are gonna get the money and we're gonna end up getting the little fucking chump change,
Right.
but we're getting nothing now, so why complain about chump change?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, again, you have to self-reflect and be like, all right, what the fuck am I doing this shit for?
Right. Right.
Why the fuck am I? They're clearly doing it because they know they can do it from home. They can work from home. They can get paid to do it. They have more time with the family.
Right.
They have complete freedom to do it.
Right.
That makes sense for them.
Right.
And on top of that,
Who
they
would
know-
want that?
They know that once they start monetizing it, they can literally live off of it. They
Right.
might not be able to make enough to pay their mortgage, but they'll make enough to pay the second or third house they have. Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it'll be nothing money to them.
Yeah.
But again,
But it's money.
what do you need to survive?
Mm-hmm.
I know I did the numbers. I know what I need to survive. It's not a lot.
Right.
So I can do it off the crumbs.
That's why you're maneuvering the way you're maneuvering. You know,
Exactly.
making beats, making this because you need
Exactly.
to make that income.
Exactly.
Same here.
But I'm at
Same
that
here.
point now. I'm at that point now too where I'm not saying I'm closing my doors, but I'm not opening my doors like I used to for free shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just it doesn't make sense. It's fiscally irresponsible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it takes again that person from the outside looking in, my girl.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yo, if you're doing all this shit for free, you're gonna need to get a job.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, you're right.
Same here.
And
man,
like, so if
because
you
there's
don't
life,
want to get
there's
if
life.
you don't want to get a job, you're gonna need to start charging people. And the fear is, well, if I start charging people, they're not gonna want to record with me anymore.
Right. Because people have that mentality.
Fear. It's that fear of like,
mentality
oh, but they're doing me a favor.
Yeah.
And that's the shit where it got me. Are they doing me the favor or am I doing them the favor? And if I'm doing them the favor, I don't need a favor. I need to pay my bills. So you already been knowing my prices that I've been keeping quiet about. I'm going to bring them up again because I can't do this shit for free no more.
Right.
I only have enough space for a handful of people that I will do for free. And those people inspire me so much that it's not free. I'm still winning out of it. Like that shit is inspiring. I love it. There's not a moment where I'm not ecstatic to work with them.
Right.
And then there's the people who are cool, but you're not moving my mind in a way where it's like, yo, like it's like nah, like we did music, but yo, bills to do.
Yep.
I need you to pay for this shit.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it, then I'm sorry.
Right.
And of course it'll be like, nah, man, but you know, I'm a da-da-da. And it's like, all right, cool, man. Like, save the ego. I don't need the ego. I don't need to hear that shit. Unfortunately, I got bigger things I gotta worry about, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to move what I can move.
Right.
I need to do what I can do.
And the saying goes,
And even and on top of that, those people that I'm talking about, they've been doing it for me for so long
Right.
that some of them have paid my rent once. You know what I
Damn,
mean?
that's
When I
badass.
needed it,
That's badass.
they've paid their dues. Like it's not like it's all completely free. It's like no,
Yeah.
man. This is 7, 10 years, some are even 15 years of working together to a level where I wouldn't dare charge them. You know
because
what I
they've
mean?
helped you out in the past.
Because I know already there. It's,
yeah.
The conversation doesn't need to be had, but it has been had, so I don't have to worry about that. You
Right.
know what I mean? And their work ethic is better and different in a way that I can't do it in. So they're pushing shit that I can't do. So it's just, that's them.
Right. The trust.
You know what I mean?
The trust behind it. The trust
Yeah.
in
So
artists,
it's just
It's
finding
open
that.
sea, it's
Is
open
it finding
sea.
that balance?
Yeah. A lot of more artists are gonna come
Yeah.
through. You know what I mean? If they don't want to charge, somebody doesn't want to, pay. You can go to another artist.
Yeah.
If they want. There's
Yeah.
always artists on the come
And I
up.
got the internet,
As long-
man.
yeah, as long
I
as artists
literally
come
got
up,
the internet.
yeah,
I could
yeah.
be like, yo, man, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nothing but an internet producer at this point.
Right.
I don't want to record no one. If I do that, I could sell the microphone for $1,000.
Right.
So it's like, all right, cool. Boom, paid my rent.
Yeah, you won't even need the mic.
Pay my rent. I won't
Right,
even
right.
need the mic no more. Y'all ruined it for everybody.
Which is true. I don't
Which
mean
is
laugh,
true.
but it's fucking facts. Yeah, yeah.
Which is true. Y'all ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Suck a dick. I'm only gonna make beats, and I'm only gonna go to LA to record,
Right.
and I'll only do that over there,
Yeah.
or I'll rent out a mic.
Right.
So who cares?
And you get that a lot, huh? How come you don't go to LA? How come you don't go to LA?
Yeah,
Because
of
you
course.
can't though. I mean, you can, but
I
you're
can't. I don't
dedicated-
want to.
You're dedicated to what you're dedicated to,
I
which is dope.
I love-
You can't rig on that. You can't hate on that.
I love to visit.
Yeah, yeah.
I love to visit.
Right.
I love to visit. I get excited to go. We're planning a trip in mid-March.
Right.
We're gonna go. Well, I'm actually booking a studio out there to just work for 12 hours. So I get excited for that shit. But if I lived there, I wouldn't be as excited.
It'd be different. It'd be different.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
it's
I
just-
agree, man.
And I like that. I like the feeling of excitement, man.
Going there, coming
yeah,
back,
like being able
you
to
know.
go there. People being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, where you coming from?" Like, "Oh, I drove 4 hours to get here." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
Yeah.
it's cool. It's a story. Plus, those 8-hour drives just make it for me. I clear my mind. I unwind. I go visit my family. Say what's up. And then I leave, and I come back to peace, harmony. I can
Beats. Go back to
Yeah,
making beats.
There's
kick it.
silence.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're recording in a room that isn't soundproof, but you're not hearing anything outside.
This
You're not
that's
hearing
why.
like random shit, man. There's like, you know what I mean? Like it's
This is the best recording place I ever recorded at.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
to be honest with you, I mean, it's the best.
yeah. I fucking love this
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
man. So like, why would I give it up? Like I just. The pros don't outweigh the cons.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people be like, "Oh, but you'll be able to go to more shows, or you'll be able to go more mixers, or you'll be able to meet more people." And I'm like, I don't want to meet a lot of people.
No.
And I'd have to meet, like, let's say there's this one person who everyone's trying to meet. This is a record label. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna be this dude right here, half full, and I'm gonna be trying to meet him with all these other people, all dick riding him, all willing to spend bread, like, yo, let me buy you a drink, and I ain't trying to buy the full drink. I'm trying to have a conversation about music.
Yeah.
So I'm automatically set up to lose. You know what I mean? Whereas I can work, build, and then build a connection with someone right directly under that person to get me a meeting where it's like he's only gonna be there for you.
Yeah. That's the way you see it. That's what worked
That's
out.
again.
Fuck yeah, I agree. No, yeah.
Writing down the goals and doing what I need to do to get to that.
Yeah.
To that meeting, because if you talk to me, I will make you believe what I believe.
Fuck yeah.
It's no problem. I have
Yeah.
no issues at all whatsoever with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's that shit, man. Like that's why I don't move to LA.
Yeah.
That's why I don't move
That's
to
why I
LA,
asked,
man.
you
And
know
the
what I mean? 'Cause
internet's
you probably
small.
get that a lot.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
the internet's small, and I got friends. Like I can text people. Like I have full blown conversations with them.
Yeah, because I've been out in LA too myself. You know what I mean? 'Cause I have the freedom to move
Yeah.
and stuff. But like, I don't don't know if I should though, because I like the closest city from San Diego to El Centro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that shit.
Like,
And
honestly, if there was
plus I
one
have
place,
the internet too though.
yeah, if there was one place I would move to India.
India
India Coachella
Palm
area.
Springs area. I've always thought about that too.
It's smaller.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
closer to the area that I want to go to more.
Oh, because that's 10.
Yeah,
there, you know
and
what I
it's
mean?
just
Yeah,
like it's slightly bigger. Plus, I don't know a lot of people out there, man.
Yeah,
so
me
I
neither.
feel
Me neither.
like I could go there and just take over. Like,
Right.
I got Danny, Team Bless. Like he's always out there, man. He stay working.
Right.
And honestly, if I go out there, I know he'd be ecstatic, and we just work on music.
Because there's a whole other section that we don't even know about. I mean,
Exactly.
India,
It's a whole
Coachella,
nother
Valley.
conversation.
You know?
Like,
It's a trip how Coachella blew up, right?
yeah,
I mean, we see this as this shit.
Yep.
I've always said it. I
Yep.
mean, yeah. But
Yeah,
that's the fucking desert, dude. It's like our neighbor. You know what I
Dude.
mean?
yeah.
I would get
Imagine
hired.
imagine having a little home studio right there that's good enough, and you end up getting like maybe 4 or 5 contacts,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then all you do is wait for Coachella Fest to come out. You know this person's performing on Saturday, but they're there Friday. Yo, I got studio time. Come through.
And which artists want to do that? Because
Exactly.
they're not performing fucking 24 hours. They got like a
Exactly.
20-minute set.
They got cool. I gotta honestly, I got hit up. I gotta do a verse right now. How much for me to just book a time to do my verse?
Yeah.
Cool. Don't worry about it.
So you're
I
gonna
won't even I won't even charge you, my guy.
yeah.
Just come through. I'll record you. Boom,
Look at
boom,
the
boom,
lineup.
boom,
Okay,
boom.
who wants to fucking record?
First time, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Follow all of them on all social medias.
yeah.
Shoot them up like, hey man, I know you're gonna be in town. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Just in case you ever need a spot to record, I got a spot right here ready to go.
We could even do that here.
Let me know
Like
when
if they're
they're
cruising on the 8, like, hey guys, I
Yeah.
see you guys passing by during tour. You know, we got a podcast. You want to stop by?
Yep.
Using that
Simple as
voice
that.
too.
Simple, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. Simple enough. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that fucking In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways. Like, the world is so small. There's so many avenues about it. It's just
Thinking outside the box.
thinking outside the
You gotta
box.
think outside the box, man.
Being a little
Always.
being a little bit more cutthroat.
Yeah.
And having an idea as to it, man. Like,
Right.
if there's someone, like, literally, like, if Slightly Stupid was doing that cruise, I would love to get Slightly Stupid and have a conversation with them.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Something as small as that. Because
Right.
nowadays, a lot of artists and stuff like that, they don't even know what's popping next.
They don't.
You know what I
No,
mean?
no.
So it could be like, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast with these people,
Yeah.
and they'll do it off the strengths of maybe.
And they're on the road anyways.
Yeah.
There's a pit stop. Just a little pit stop. You know what I mean? Pull up with a van.
Yep.
Fucking kick it for a little bit.
Hey
You
man,
guys
I got
want-
you on. I got you on burgers and beers.
Yeah, yeah.
Come through.
You guys want some blunts? You know, we got a
Yeah.
dispensary right here. You know what I mean? Like we got the care package for you.
Yep.
You know what I
Boom,
mean? If you
there
want.
go. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Sold. Sold. Wow. Fuck yeah. Run that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I
Outside
mean?
the box. Yeah, think outside the box. What you're trying to get at? You know what I mean? At this
Yeah,
carnival right here.
man.
You know? I
Like,
hear you.
So
There's
that's
so much
the-
new shit. So much things to do.
Yeah.
And talking about this, so coming on the podcast, talking about this, it just opens our eyes, man. Opens my eyes.
Dude.
I mean, it opens my eyes, real.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, so much shit that we can do.
Yeah. And that's why I say, like, doing this it's fun like that,
Yeah.
man. And I like saying it out there. I like putting it out there for anyone who is hearing it,
yeah.
because it's like I would love to see someone do what we're talking about,
Right.
even if they don't even shout us out. Like, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker straight stole this idea. I'd be like, yo, cool, man. At least I know at least I know it works. So
Right.
that means if I try it, cool. Thanks for being my guinea pig, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for testing that shit out.
Right.
Or if they do it and it doesn't work, I can see where they messed up and I can make it better. Oh, damn. Like, I didn't even think about that
Yeah.
shit. Now I got to fix that, boom, 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 so I can fine tune it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's no... People get mad for stealing ideas and shit, man. But at the end of the day, man, if it's really your idea, you'll take it back and make it better.
Flip it, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They're only helping you. It's fucking outsourcing, fucking outsourcing guinea pigs
Yep.
and shit, man. Like,
Right. Trial and error.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back
like-
to weird. This is all trial and error. But, you know, fuck the trial.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, error's going to happen, but we're past that, I think. The podcast is, I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're ready to, you know, pursue, you know, fucking that goal. Whichever the goal is, you know what I mean? We talked about it with off mic, you know. You about to, you know, I feel it, man.
It's coming, man.
Whatever it is that we're doing right. You know, bringing in that third party like we talked about. If we do bring a third party, you know, whoever wants to invest, you know, we're here.
Yeah.
We're going to keep creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't hung up the gloves. I don't think you will.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Pause. We're going to play you.
Who's
We're
this?
going to play you later.
Yeah, yeah, we're about to end it. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think a solid hour.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Just want to say thanks everyone again for checking it out, man. And we're gonna be doing a new thing where for any donations and stuff like that, we're gonna throw a ticker and just a huge shout out for anybody who wants to donate, man. Omar's gonna post on his IG, his Cash App, and PayPal. Man, you guys can shoot.
Yeah.
I think donations start at $5.
Yeah,
For
anything
anyone who
helps.
donates $5 to us, you'll get your name on the ticker for that whole month, man. Something small, anything, you know what I mean? Just to keep doing it, man.
No doubt.
And for any businesses, local businesses, man, we're being really selfish. We want to keep it super local, man. Any local businesses out there, man, who want to have like your ad right here, little small ticker down here, hit us up, man. We're still kind of figuring out the ideas on that, man, but we really want to be able to shout y'all out without cutting away and doing like a script read, because it doesn't come off as good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you guys believe in us, man, we believe in y'all, man. And I hope y'all reach out to us, man. DMs are wide open. Emails are wide open, man. Some of y'all even got our numbers. Text us. Hit us up, man. Anything at all to help y'all out, to help us out. Let's do it, man. Again,
We're here to help.
yeah.
We're here to help. We're here to help the message. Get the message out
Exactly,
there.
man.
Yeah,
If y'all want to
definitely.
come in and sit in on the session and have a conversation with us, again, also reach out, man. Like, subscribe, comment, please. Let's have that conversation, man, and share it with anybody who you think needs to know it, man. Even your cousin who's living in Nebraska right now, going to school, who misses the Imperial Valley, have him check us out, man.
Share them that link. Pass that link.
Yeah,
Pass the link
man.
around, man.
And I'm going to end it with Pipe Dreams. It's a new song from produced by Woe, and Youngmanners on it, man. I really, really like this one.
right.
It's dropping, I think, soon. Probably May. This is fun one.
I've been in my head so long. I've been chasing dreams I wrote. Now they wanna say I'm wrong. I've been on this lonely road. If I'm honest, yeah, it's cold. Yeah, remember this I chose. But I don't wanna live like that no more. I've been in my head so long. I've been chasing dreams I wrote. Now they wanna say I'm wrong. I've been on this lonely road. If I'm honest, yeah, it's cold. Yeah, remember this I chose. But I don't wanna live like that no more. This a pipe dream, yeah, it might be going slightly done. You can find me going up, even though I feel so stuck. I've been on this train of thought. I just hope I soon take off. I've been working so damn hard. If you hate, it's not my fault.